Everything from overlanding in your stock rig to full-on LS-powered 2 buggies on stickies. This is the Total Offroad Podcast. I'm your host, Steve.
And I, as you know, am Ian.
And this is...
I don't know what episode this is.
The Babysode.
The Babysode.
The Babysode.
Unnumbered. Lucky Babysode.
Lucky Babysode.
I got to get it in there.
So, if you're hearing this, that means that I am currently unavailable and having a baby. Which is pretty exciting.
It's exciting as hell, yeah.
Yeah. So we're pre-recording this so that just in case something goes down to where we can't record an episode that week, then you guys still have your content, because I do not want that shitstorm of messages of people saying, where the fuck is my episode?
Yeah, it'd be bad.
You want that?
I think, no, we had talked about it the other day, and I was like, I don't want to bother you with podcast stuff, because as important as it is.
Yeah. And you never know how it's going to go down.
That important.
Right.
So we hope the best for everything.
Yeah. Hopefully it's in and out.
Know.
Yeah. Hopefully it's in and out and everything's good and baby's happy. Mommy's happy. Everything's good to go. We're hoping for that. But just in case we have some complications of any sort where we just can't manage a episode for the week, you guys get this instead. Just beep it.
A bonus babysode.
Bonus babysode. Hey, and you know what? Even if we do get to record an episode, we could just drop this one anyway.
This could be.
What do you want to talk about?
So I have a list.
Okay, cool.
For the babysode. First question. What is the baby's ride home? Is that like going to be, is it going to be in the XJ?
No. Yeah, right.
Did you discuss this?
No.
Do we need to discuss this?
No, it's going to be the WK2. It'll be a Jeep.
Okay. It's a Jeep. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it counts. It counts.
You're not on your side of the table, but
no, I don't give a shit, but I'm in the minority of the anti-Jeepers anyway. Yeah. So
it'll probably be her Grand Cherokee.
Okay.
It's the safest vehicle to bring home a baby.
Well, if it's not, it's not XJ safe or whatever, but.
Well, it's okay. The KJ, I went to today to run an errand.
I forgot about it.
I went to go run an errand in the KJ today. Yep. And as I turned the corner and started taking off again, the oil light came on. I was like, that's new.
Just add some to it.
Well, I pulled it over and I was like, so am I low on oil and the oil light comes on, or am I like zero oil pressure low? Like, what's going on here? So I pulled over and I shut it off and pulled over and checked it, and it's low on oil. It's down to the add line. But I was like, that's kind of weird. And I fired it back up. I'm like, well, we'll just send it. So I fired it back up, and the top end wasn't clattering.
Oh, it's
so
fine.
I'm like, well, if it ain't making top end noise, it probably has oil pressure. And so I checked, and then the light was off and it hasn't come back on since. So I'm assuming just low oil, and like somehow the sensor got no oil on. I have no idea. Something happened that caused the oil light to come on.
Just let you know that light bulb's still working.
Go ahead, engine.
That's all it is.
Go ahead, engine. Send yourself out the door. You know what you get replaced with? Hellcat.
Cummins.
Hellcat.
Oh, that works. You and Max can like tag team it.
Yep.
My next question for you on the babysode so I know we were kind of talking about this the other day, and I'm kind of interested. So because of the old COVID-19,
yes.
What changes are you guys seeing as far as like doctor appointments?
So Jess was not able to go to, so like there's probably 5 doctor visits before the baby comes.
Yep.
And so like the last, like 2 out of the 5, she didn't actually go in. As of right now, you guys are like before this came out, obviously.
Yeah.
But like the next one she's going to go in for, I think, or maybe she just already went in for one. I don't remember.
Is she stressing out about not being able to go to the doctor or anything like that?
No, not too much.
I think
seems pretty copacetic so far.
That's good.
She's doing pretty good. And what it does mean though is like when we go in to have the baby, nobody can be there.
Yep.
Like legit, which kind of she's pretty like sad about that.
Yeah.
Like no family can come in. Mm-hmm. I'm the only one that can be there. And unfortunately, because of the COVID, I can't leave.
Yep.
So we're going to eat hospital food the whole time, which really puts a wrinkle in my baby here plan.
Baby here plan?
Yeah, the baby here plan was, so she's got like a list of things that she's been craving that she actually can't eat.
Yep.
Like they're on the do not eat while you're pregnant list. Mm-hmm. And so like
I've got one of those started for COVID too, but I am not pregnant. I'm like, I got a couple restaurants I want to go sit down and drink a margarita in. And, so I feel her pain there.
Right. Well, she can't have like certain things. Oh, excuse me. Anyway, she can't have certain things. And so I've got like a list of things like going, so like when she has the baby, I'm just like show up with them. Like here's this, and here's this. And so now that's putting a wrinkle in that.
Yep.
Pretty bad.
That's an awesome idea.
It is an awesome idea, but it's just shitty that this is all going on.
Yeah. Well, at least you can be there. That's the exciting thing.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. If they were just like, husband can't be there, I'd be like, well,
false.
Guess we're having it at home then.
Yeah, home birth. What are you most nervous about? Like, what's the big thing?
You want the reality of
it? I do. I want
honest to God.
We got to give the listeners the inside, no bullshit statement.
Something happening to one of those two during labor.
Yeah.
That's the.
I mean, I don't know. I've never been there. Yeah. But it's a thing.
It's a thing. Yeah. It has happened.
I just wonder because everybody's different on like what, like me. When I look at a situation, that's obviously not this important.
Yeah.
Like I probably worry about some dumb shit before I worry about something I probably should worry about.
Yeah.
Cause I'm like, oh, like this, that, or the other. And it's like, okay, why do you even give a shit about that?
So the reality of it is that's my first worry is something happened to one of those two. It would be, my world would be an absolute hot mess without her in it.
Yeah.
So that would be really bad. And then the second one is very selfish and not nearly as like serious. And that is how long until I can go 4-wheeling again?
Yes. Every listener just went, fuck yes.
So it's like, if the baby is like pretty quiet and like not needy, then I'm thinking
we can sneak it on the trailer real quick. Okay.
6 weeks, if everything's pretty copacetic.
Yep.
But if we got like a baby that's really needy, then how long until she can handle that by herself?
I don't know.
Or she's not like sleep deprived and, is it a year? Is we have a really bad baby and it's a year?
Well, you'll probably still be wheeling before the dime piece is done. What do you know?
Let's hope not. I think if we're not wheeling within a year, we're going to miss that limousine video.
Bro.
I feel like it'll be here before that.
I'll find somebody to tow my fucking shit box across the screen.
It has to go. Yeah, it's got a couple of crawler ropes all hooked together.
Some crawler off-road kinetic ropes pulling it across the screen. Or we could just hook a winch line off screen. I can winch myself across.
Yeah,
done. Yep. What are you most excited about? Like, what's the couple things that like really get you like excited about it?
I've been in nesting mode lately.
Yep.
And so like once I got the room painted and we started moving stuff into the room.
Is that when it kind of sank in?
I got
like, wow,
I was like nesting mode just started like coming on. And I was like, oh man, I'm getting kind of excited. Like, look at this room. It's awesome. So tomorrow we're going to take the bed. We've got the old spare bedroom, like the old spare bed still in there. It's a queen size. We got to take it to one of her friends. She wants it for her place.
Nice.
And so tomorrow is going to be awesome to see the room like actually empty with nothing in it but his stuff.
Yep.
So we got to move the dresser around, stuff like that. And then she talked about after this weekend is her baby shower.
Oh, yep.
And so we can't do like a legitimate baby shower. So what we're doing is a drive-by. So everybody's we're going to sit out there and just going to drive by and drop stuff off.
I love it.
Yeah. It's better than nothing. And so after that, if we don't get the crib, if nobody has bought the crib, which I don't think anybody has, then we're going to go ahead and order it, get it in. Hopefully he doesn't show up before the crib. Not that it's a big deal because like the first 4 to 6 weeks, we're going to have him in a bassinet.
Yeah.
So we don't need that crib yet, but to have the room.
It'd just been nice to have it done and like.
All the projects are off. All we got to worry about is baby. So there's that. I'm excited about down the road. This is a ways down the road, but I'm excited about the fun projects I get to build for him.
Dude, I think we were talking about that the other day and I'm like, if it was perfectly acceptable for me to come home and like lay out all my Hot Wheels on the floor and like do no responsibility things other than like play with Hot Wheels or play with Legos or hell even go shopping. Like I go shopping and I'm like push kids out of the way, like get the fuck out of the way. I gotta look at these Hot Wheels, but like, oh, these are for my son
to have a reason.
Yeah, that sounds so much better than I just want that one. I'm gonna buy that one. I don't give a shit. I'm gonna buy it. Same with Legos. Like I'll look at the Legos. I'm like, oh my God, that's so cool. And I'm like ages like 2 and up. And I'm like, I love Legos. So that would be so fun for me.
Being able to go shopping for toys again.
Yeah.
It'll be like, I assume it'll be like, I don't know. I assume it's going to be like when you were a kid and you wanted something, but you didn't have the money.
Yeah.
But now you
got the money and you can play with that shit. Yep.
And you get to buy it for your kid. I saw a video. I think I mentioned this on one of the episodes a while back, but I saw a video of a guy that had bought us a PRP seat for his kid.
Nice.
For like, so they could go to Easter, which is really sad now because they probably didn't get to go because it got canceled.
Yeah.
They were going to go to each Jeep safari and they bought him a kid's PRP seat for him for the back of the Jeep. I was like, and I'm watching that video. I'm like, man, I cannot wait until that day. Like,
do I need to order one of these now or can we wait a couple months?
Well, I told you I was going to buy that one.
Let's do it.
Yeah, that hunter safety equipment one. They make that.
You could
they make a baby seat.
You could probably buy one of those and bolt it to a stroller. Oh, I mean, I know you got probably a nice stroller, but it's not a PRP seat stroller.
It's not a PRP seat. So Hunter, I told you this already. You guys have heard this, but Hunter Safety Equipment out of Arizona, they make a baby seat, like a legit car seat that's for off-road. Winning. Yeah, winning. I about pulled the trigger on.
How much is that? Couple $100?
It's like just short of 300.
That's not horrible.
No, I mean baby seats are damn near that much.
That's a thing.
So yeah,
smaller size does not mean smaller price.
I feel like it goes into an actual racing seat.
Oh, so it's almost like an insert kind of thing.
It's like an insert. It's like made to go into it. I think that's right. I would have to double check. I haven't looked at it in a while.
Interesting.
Yeah.
My last question is the fun question.
Okay.
What is the dumbest thing you're excited to do with this baby? Like, I don't mean like drop it or something like holy shit bad, but like people put like sunglasses on their dog and their kid and all like dumb shit like that, like for the gram.
For the gram?
Yeah. Like, cause you're going to be posting pictures of your baby.
Right.
And I'd be like propping him up with like, I mean, you see people do all kinds of dumb shit.
I've literally not thought about it.
Oh yeah. I feel like it's one of those coming about it.
But now that I am, I'm like, for the gram, what dumb shit would I do for the gram? And I think in the quickness of this thought, this is literally right off the top of my head. Yep. So you're getting the rawness.
I didn't even have this one wrote down. I just came up with this question.
Put him in a car seat, prop the car seat up in the front of Loki in the driver's seat, put it in 4-low. And just let it idle through a ditch.
Yes. Just ghosting the baby.
Fully flex through the ditch and everything. Because I know it'll do it just fine.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It just looks like he's just driving it. And put some sunglasses on, of course.
Yeah. See what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, that's dumb entertainment shit that, like, I don't know, you just do with your kids.
There was some other stuff. Oh, well, one of the things I was excited about, and Jess and I had this conversation last night. I was like, so this company makes a kid lizard chassis.
That was another one. I'm like, I would be the one that's like, speaking of Legos, I'm like, so at what age can your kid drive a go-kart? Like,
thinking between
2 to 3 months old.
I'm thinking 4 to 6 years.
Oh, not months?
Probably not.
Well, the way we work, we got to work a couple years in advance. So
start at
I think you just buy the chassis now.
Okay.
And we'll have it done.
I like it.
Like 16th birthday, he'll be fitting in a kid's buggy.
I don't know what axles to put under it.
Would you put a Toyota axle under it?
Here's a fun thought.
You could do an IFS.
Here's a fun thought.
Let's do it.
Sticky's selling a set of 44s.
40. Oh, I thought you meant like tires. I was like, do you go on 44-inch tires on your kid buggy?
Pat's got the 44s out from underneath the llama.
I think it's too much axle.
Why?
Because what do you need? I mean, like, you're going to, I don't know.
Why?
I don't know. It's not.
You could grow into it. You could literally put it on a kid lizard chassis, do your thing, and then when he gets to be like 12 or 13, is ready to jump into a bigger chassis, just buy a standard lizard chassis, and all you got to do is just
swap the chassis.
Yeah.
I like
Done.
it.
Yeah. And then sell the kid lizard, or just sell the entire.
I'd just sell the whole rig.
Yeah, and start over. Yep. But either way, I think what smaller axle could you get? A Suzuki, like Sammy. You
can go with some Sammy axles and be narrower.
Yeah.
Run like a 33-inch tire.
Around here, you can find a Sammy all rotted out.
Oh, yeah.
Just axles floating around.
Yep.
Or somebody that's done like a ton swap. I think I know a guy. I doubt he has the axles still.
Probably don't.
What do you think? You think Rick still has them?
Scrap weight.
Rick, you still got them axles floating around? I kind of need them.
We're going to need those. Is that part of the sponsorship plan of like donation of axles?
That'd be handy.
I like it.
Yeah. But that's kind of like, I'm excited about that. I watched some of the, like, in the past, I've seen some of the dad videos on YouTube. Mm-hmm. These guys doing fun stuff with their kids. One dude did he built like what was it? Like a rocket. I don't remember what it was, like a rocket merry-go-round where he built out of like just 2x4s and stuff. And he built a base for it. And then he built a long 2x4 pivots in the center. And he balanced it out, put the kid on one end and balanced it out. And then he fired up a gas leaf blower and mounted it to the other side. Just fired up and just wide open throttled the leaf blower, and then it just started whipping around in circles. So the kids just riding. It's like, shoo, shoo,
Here, put a helmet on so your mom doesn't see this.
No, I think mom was standing right there, but yeah, it was like a G-force machine, like the G-force thing that the NASA uses.
Good Lord.
It was just like running in circles, and the kid's like, woo!
Scrambling his brain.
It wasn't going that fast, but it was going, it was like a ride for the backyard. It was like going to the fair, but you had it in your backyard. I was like, projects like that sounds awesome.
Sounds like a good time. I'm like, all right, kid, get out of the way. I'm looking at
So I'm excited about that sort of thing. It'd be cool. It's gonna be a learning experience.
It'll be a new one.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see how it plays out.
Are you?
I don't think it's gonna be bad.
I hope not.
Well, obviously, I mean, if it is bad, you're gonna deal with it.
Everybody tells me all the time, like, you're gonna be such a good dad. You're always doing stuff. I'm like, I hope you're right. And like, you don't see the backside of that.
We already know you don't sleep, so yeah, you're already prepped for that one.
Well, I slept today.
That's good.
I got all the sleeps.
He is on sleep point today.
Sleep point, and I'm yawning.
What? So what are some of her like? Is she like freaking out or anything?
No.
She's real calm. Like
pretty. Yeah, like how you hear people saying like, "Oh man, my pregnant wife." The hormone
she gets all like.
Nothing. Never.
Huh?
Like haven't had a single. The most excited I've seen her. And I say excited, like
worked up.
Yeah, worked up. The most I've seen out of her so far is like tonight. She's like, can I get you this weekend so we can finish everything up? I think she's starting to have like some like pains and stuff. She like thinks it's like
yeah.
We're getting close, which is why we're recording this episode.
Yeah, which is the whole point of this, getting it knocked out and ready to go. But well, that's good because I know I've not personally seen, but kind of heard stories of people who like their wives like flip the fuck out.
Yeah. No.
And I mean, you tell me I'm growing a human in my stomach.
Yeah.
I'm going to flip the fuck out anyway.
Right. Yeah.
Add a baby all up in there and I'm going to be like, I'm going to be an asshole.
Yeah. That's the thing is like, yeah, she says all the time, like, oh, I'm so tired. I'm like, well, you're growing a baby.
There's that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna be upset with you if you take a nap and don't do laundry today.
Yeah.
It's not gonna bother me any.
I watched a video the other day, was on the internet that said it was some like she was like freaking pregnant. She was huge.
Yeah.
And her husband's like, oh, you're gonna make dinner? And she's like, see this? And like points to her stomach and she's like, growing a baby. I'm gone. It's like, well, I mean, trump card. Because it's like, I'd use the shit out of that. Yeah. Growing a human, sitting over here growing. It's like you're not fucking off on the couch.
Right.
You're technically growing a human.
Yeah.
While you sit on your ass.
Yep.
I'd pull that car all the time.
That's what I told her. I was like, yeah, I mean, you're not, if you don't want to do something or whatever, like you don't have to. Today, she was cleaning up stuff in the office, getting things going. And she's like, oh man, my belly hurts. I'm like, stop doing. She's like, sit your ass back down in the chair and do work. Like she's working like from home. And then at the same time, because there's like a lull and whatever, she like gets up and starts moving totes around in the office. I'm like, just quit. Like,
dude, you're gonna sneeze and a baby's gonna come out or some shit. I don't know exactly how that works, but no thanks. I don't need that shit popping out in my living room. Like, bro,
right? I gotta edit a podcast in here later. Don't be putting.
I gotta live here. Like, no, I don't have time for that gooey shit.
So, there's that. So you said a minute ago, you said she was real big, like ready to pop big. Apparently, that's not nice to say to women. I guess
well, bro, you think? We probably have like 2 women listeners and they're like, duh.
Apparently, that's not that. I thought that was just common knowledge. Like when you're getting big, like, yep, you're ready to pop. I don't know. Jess scolded me. I had one of our friends. She was like a week away from having a baby. And I was like, you're ready to pop. And Jess like, don't say that. I'm like, that's a compliment. Like, you look good. Like,
it's not like I'm calling you. Oh, hey, fat fucker.
Hey,
you know,
like, yeah, right.
Like,
yeah. Oh, damn, you're fat. Yeah. No, it's just like that's. I guess it's different from the viewer or whatever. Out of in depending the context or whatever. Like, you're big. You're getting ready to have a baby. Like,
yeah. I don't know.
Yep. Apparently, it gets taken the wrong way.
Welcome to that being married. I've learned that of like you say something, you're like, I wasn't even being an asshole. And then other times when you're an asshole and you're like, I was trying to piss you off. Like, why ain't you mad? I do that all the time.
Yeah.
She gets mad in hell about something. And I'm like, what, really?
Yeah.
That's what makes it. And then the other stuff that you're like, well, I'm just trying to fuck with you. And you're over there just not caring. Now I'm a little upset because you're not mad. Like my whole point was to annoy the shit out of you. I've been on the I'll walk in the room and I'll yell real loud and she'll fucking. The other day, her fucking phone, she was holding her phone with both hands, and I swear her phone left her hands and came back down. I was like, holy shit, you literally just threw your phone and caught the phone. You jumped so good. Every time. Asshole, you know, and I'm like, yes, yeah. She'll just be sitting there watching TV. The best part is I'll kind of stalk her out. I'll watch and I'll wait because I'll wait until she gets a video or something. She's really watching this video and then just and then just, asshole. Yeah,
that's great.
But other times she doesn't get mad about stuff, and I'm like, I don't know what else to try.
Yep,
kind of nothing.
What are you gonna do?
Whatever. Well, I'm excited. Things are coming together.
Me too.
It's nice to see that it's not you're not stressing out. Holy shit, worried about it, because I kind of relate it to a wedding.
Yeah.
It's kind of like you're coming, it's coming. You don't know the exact day, but you get pretty close.
Right.
And you're doing all this work of prep, your life's changing and all this shit. And you don't have to stress out over your wedding like people think you do. You can be calm. You don't got to go full bridezilla. You can go, my wife was very calm the entire process. Wedding day. Little testy at certain times in the morning.
Saw it, but we didn't see it.
Yeah. It was in the morning, very early in the morning when we were doing our very first, let's set shit up. She was getting a little testy, but then I think she was a little hangry too because we were up really early. And that's the worst part about your wedding is you get up early as hell.
Right.
And you're going to want to stay up late as hell. Right. And it's bad. But that's about the only time she got just a little testy that day. And I'm like, that's fine. Same thing with the whole having a baby. I think you can be, real chill.
Yep.
Let's freak out when shit starts happening. And then, all right, we're good. Baby.
That's how I feel about it. Yeah. There's nothing to worry about that I can do anything about. We just want to have things kind of ready to go. The house is kind of a wreck. Because I'm a wreck. Things have been coming in nonstop for the baby's room in boxes. So we got,
dude, it's like a shipping and receiving department.
Dude, it's dumb. Yeah, there's boxes everywhere. Of course, you don't want to touch the boxes. So half the boxes are sitting outside on the front porch, all stacked up together.
And the only thing I can relate that with is with the wedding. Shit just randomly shows up on your porch.
Yeah.
And she's the kind of person, and your wife strikes me as the same kind of person. No, people buy shit on the internet, ship it to you, doesn't say who it's from, and you're like, okay, and it will bother the hell out of them, because they want to give credit of thank you, whoever.
Well, we had a rocker show up, and excuse me, we had a rocker show up and had nothing with it. The note didn't get put with it like it was supposed to. Yep. And so we set it all up and everything, and just took pictures. Well, thanks to whoever sent me this rocker. And it turned to find out it was her cousin that sent it to us. So it's pretty cool. And she just posted on Facebook well, whoever sent this, thank you.
That's the thing.
You didn't get a nice note with it. No.
And that's because you all rely. I always wonder that when I send my wife flowers or something, and I'm like, she knows who they're from. Right. But do they get the card? Because I always put some dumb shit on the card too, not just love you. I always put some dumb, hilarious shit.
I did flowers on Valentine's Day.
Yep.
And I literally just signed it. I just signed
That'd
the
be
card.
Awesome.
Just stuck it in.
Here you go. See, I've never gone in. I usually just do it online.
Yeah.
And so I've never actually got to write it, but. And that's what I'm always wondering. I'm does somebody write this? Is it printed? I don't know.
This year, I just happened to be in the same town she works in.
Yep.
And there's a little flower shop in there the lady runs.
Oh, that's
pimp. So I just swung through when I was just there already. I was like, hey, I'm already here. I'll just stop in. So I stopped in there and ordered them and paid for them right then and there. And she's like, yep, we'll get them there. Unfortunately, the bad deal was I ordered them to come early. So Valentine's Day was on Friday or later in the week anyway.
Yep.
And I was like, I want them there on Monday. And she's like, oh, okay. I was like, because I figured, why? Sometimes that happens. It just falls at the end of the week, towards the end of the week. So you get flowers, and then over the weekend, they're on your desk. And it's worthless. Yep. And I was like, hell no, send them fuckers early. Yep. And then she gets to enjoy them all week long. And on top of that, you're not trying to beat the schedule or trying to work the schedule on Valentine's Day because that's when the flower shops are stupid
they're busy as hell. Usually you get charged extra on the day or two before Valentine's Day.
I'm like, just take them in early and just let her ride.
Yep. Tuesday's a good day.
Helps them out. They don't have to be there. So, they don't have to rush around all their drop offs. Yep. Just spread it out. And then Jess gets to enjoy the flowers for an entire week. So,
yeah.
But anyway.
I've done that a couple times. Right. When I used to run field service, I would run through the town she works in, and I'd drop off like a hot chocolate from McDonald's, or I think one time I was at Dairy Queen, like went and ate lunch at Dairy Queen, and then was like, I want a fucking dilly bar. Oh, so I got like the bag of dilly bars and like dropped them off at her office and was like, here you go. And they're all like, oh my God.
Dilly.
I'm like, the dilly bar Oprah. I know, I like them.
The dilly bar Oprah. You get a dilly bar. You get a dilly bar.
It's always nice because I just pull up to the back door and be like, she always, I love it. And you can tell when she can talk and when she can't talk. She'll be like in a room with a patient. She won't answer the phone then, but she'll usually be like, what?
Yeah.
I'm like, what's she doing? Like, hey, how's it going? What do you want? And it's really like, give me what you want or shut up, you know? And it's funny. Whatever. Screwing with your wife at work. It's usually not a good idea, but sometimes they like it.
I want to go wheeling. I missed my April wheeling day.
So are you going to put the baby seat in the back of the XJ?
Probably.
You got like strap it in there?
Yeah, somehow.
Like ratchet strap it in there?
When we get to that point. She's thinking probably going to be a year or two before the baby can actually go four-wheeling. Like
I'm stoked that she's not only having this conversation, like she's timelining ish it.
Yeah, she knows. Like, she knows it's a conversation.
She's because I'm sure there are a lot of people's who get in the situation where they're like, nope.
Yeah, right.
Oh no, you're not going to take my, and they're like, it's okay. we're as dumb as we sound. We're kind of safe when we do like dumb shit off road.
I asked her a couple days ago on the couch. I asked her, I said, so how long do you think it'll be till I can go four wheeling? And she heard it as how long till he can go four wheeling.
Oh,
and so she's like, I don't know. I'm thinking like, at least 2 years. I'm like,
the life just leaves your face, and you're just like, no.
I knew what I knew that she'd misinterpreted it. And so like, I just ran with it.
Yep.
I'm like, yeah, like 2 years. Huh? You think that long? And she's like, yeah, don't you? I'm like, seems like a long time. I don't know if I can hang out, if I can last that long. And she's like, well, I mean, I guess probably could go earlier, but not like full on four wheeling. Maybe just like cruise around the park and stuff. I'm like, yeah, I definitely asked when I could go four wheeling. She's like, oh.
Did she answer the question?
Yeah. Then she was just like, well, it just depends on how the baby is. But
yes,
she's like, she's pretty cool. If, like I said, if it's not a thing where she is sleep deprived or whatever, I think the biggest thing for her is that she can't go.
No, yeah.
Like, I'm going to go four wheeling, but she can't go four wheeling if we have the baby, if the baby's there. But I'm guessing probably 3 months. You think 3 months is adequate to drop baby off at
I don't know. I've never raised a child.
Yeah, me either.
It'd be a terrible idea.
Like 3 months. I feel like at 3 months, you could definitely drop that kid off with their grandparents for a day.
Here's the best thing you've got going for you.
Okay.
And it's kind of fucked up because it's a double-edged sword because we talked about that at the kind of the beginning of this.
Okay.
She's not going to work right now.
Yeah.
She's working from home. I would think, I don't know how much longer the whole shutdown, whatever the fuck you want to call it is.
It's going to be a while.
It's kind of a benefit in a way because she's already home.
Yeah.
It's not like she has to start like
all of a sudden.
I know how I would feel if I had to just like snap your fingers and now you're on maternity leave for, I don't know how long you go for, but like, that's a big change. I'm sure when she started working from home originally, it's a big change. She's already in the routine of being at home, working at home all day. Yep. Now you're going to throw in a baby and go, all right. Yeah. Well, I'm already used to being home. So it's a little bit more of the not changing as much, which is a plus.
It's probably gonna be helpful. It really
it's not like a huge benefit, but it's at least something positive I can come up with.
Right.
But another thing, I got another thing.
Okay.
So it kind of, I'm an asshole. We all know this. We talked about how you can't have like family at the hospital. I love that. I think it's great because that like gives you and her like your moment of like, here's our family
bonding.
Awesome. Give it to us. Parents, I'll text them. Yep. Mom, baby, everything's good.
Send them some
have a nice day. Here's a couple pictures. Stay the fuck away from me. And then you get to take your baby home. And then you guys get to, as a family, like, adjust to having a baby, because I would assume that's a big adjustment. You know, you're not used to that. It's just nice that, not that you maybe don't want people to come over, but it's kind of nice that they can't, because you're going to get used to that together. Right. And then when they're able to come over, it's not new for you. Like, I would be so paranoid that somebody's going to like drop my kid.
Yes.
That like, oh my God, I don't know how to touch this thing because I don't want to drop him.
Well, the good news
let alone somebody else, like.
Well, the good news is like most of the people that are going to come over and see it in your family, in my family,
have handled the baby,
have had their own. Like they raised their own kids and they managed to do it well. It worked out.
We went over to Catherine's, one of her friends. I was like one of her best friends. Mm-hmm. House right at, I don't know, it's like a year or so after they had their kid. Mm-hmm. And she's like, well, here, hold him. And I'm like, oh my God, I don't like put this fucking thing in bubble wrap. And like, I don't want to, well, what do you do when you drop somebody's kid? Like, I've never done it, but like, I don't know why that's a thing for me. I'm like freaked out about it.
I have dropped somebody's kid.
Well, good. You got it out of the way. Like, fuck them.
I had a kid when I was in high school. This kid was probably 8 or 10.
So he's not like a baby.
No, he wasn't a baby.
Well,
no,
I mean, fuck it. It's an 8-year-old.
No, listen to the story. This kid's a mouthy little kid. He's fun. He'd always come out and like party around with us or whatever. Not party around with us. We'd be out playing basketball at my buddy's house out in the driveway.
Yep.
And this kid would come out and start mouthing off and stuff. And he was just a little run. And he was a good kid, it's for the most part. But he'd be on and start messing with you, start like trying to like hit you and stuff like that. And I was 17 or 18 at the time. And so we'd start messing with him back, and we're just, playful.
Yep.
Well, he'd start getting real mouthy or whatever. I'd hang him upside down by his ankles. So I'm holding him one day like this, up by, with both hands on his ankles, and I'm holding him straight up. And I got his head about 6 inches from the ground or something like that. He's just upside down.
Yep.
Well, he gets the bright idea to kick his feet and like wiggles a little too hard.
Yep.
And I lose my grip.
Yeah.
It sounded like you dropped a bowling ball on the ground. Dude, I felt bad.
I felt so kids bad. Bounce at that age though. Like they're still fragile, but they bounce.
Bad.
I love it. Was he pissed?
He cried for a minute. He's
see, they're fine. I feel like at 8 to 10, you're like,
oh my God. Dunk. Dude, it sounded like you dropped a bowling ball. Oh my God.
Well, you did. Essentially, you just dropped a human on his brain.
Yeah, on his bowling ball. It.
I don't know. So I'm just like paranoid about somebody dropping a baby. Like, I'll be like, oh my God, don't touch my baby.
I'm not too worried about that.
But that's a nice thing. I mean, it's not, I don't know. It all depends on what you feel, I suppose. But like, I want to get in my routine with me and my wife and things before people start coming over. She's probably the exact opposite. She'd probably rather me get the fuck out of the way and like her mom or my mom come in and like they all hang out and do baby stuff and like, Ian, go get away from me.
The biggest thing I'm worried about right now with the whole coming home thing is like, and Justin and I discussed this. How soon is too soon to have somebody over right now with the whole COVID scare?
Yeah.
Like, when do you start letting family come over and see your baby? Because
I don't know.
You don't know where they've been.
Yep.
You don't know what they got.
Well, I know.
So it's like, I don't know.
I know she gets, I don't know. Fucking, I listen to like 25% of what she says.
Right.
She gets a couple. Well, she knows. If she doesn't know, she's not dumb. She knows. Like, I feel like she talks to me in staggered moments so that I catch certain things because I'll give her shit. That's why we have the only thing that's really changed when we got married. So we have a shared calendar now because I said, if it's not in the calendar, I don't give a fuck about it. Like, that's how I am because I'm like, she'll tell me, oh, we're going to go do something on Saturday. And I'll get up Saturday. I'll put like some shop clothes. I'm like, all right, I'm going to go work. She's like, we're leaving in like 10 minutes. I'm like, the fuck we are. We're going somewhere. You didn't tell me that. We talked about it last night. No, we didn't. Is it in the calendar? And it wouldn't be. So now we have like a shared calendar with like haircuts. I mean, everything is on this stupid calendar.
It's really smart.
It's a great organizational tool, but I'm not like, if it's not on the calendar, like we never talked about it. And I'm just dumb. I forget shit.
Yep. Oh yeah, I'm that way.
But so anyway, so she gets some shots for work because they're around patients and younger people or older people, whatever, that like flu shots and shit like that. But she's to the point where she won't go when we're the same person. We're talking about her, one of her best friends, that she would go see their newborn kid. She wouldn't go if she's like, oh, I kind of felt a little sniffle today in cold season, or, oh, I get my flu shot like next week because we don't get them until next week. So I haven't had it. So I don't want like, it's crazy to think, but like she's being super responsible, but like that could affect your baby. But like, we're not talking about the flu here. So
yeah,
I don't know.
Worse than that.
Because I don't think anybody really honestly truly knows when you can't just flip a light switch and Corona's gone.
No.
Like it's going to be there.
The numbers are dropping right now. Like crazy. So
but
like
I wonder how much
how many deaths they thought we were going to have
is way lower from what I've heard.
Yeah, like a third of what they really,
which I think is great to the whole social distancing. But like, what happens when they say don't social distance? Come out and hang out.
So I was watching a thing today, and Trump said that there's going to be in phases. So it'll be 3 phases of the like unquarantine. Yeah,
I don't know. Unquarantine.
So it'll be in 3 phases. So I imagine it'll be like workplaces will open up more, or whatever, and then maybe restaurants, and then just full on. So I don't know. I think that they're going to do it in stages, in phases.
Yep.
And they're going to watch the numbers
and see what happens.
So if you do a first phase and then like the numbers start spiking back up, they're going to pull us back.
Yeah.
Not just too soon.
Yep.
So the fact of the matter is that whoever's going to get it is going to get it.
Yeah.
Like you're not going to stop it. It's going to be like the flu in the fact that everybody's going to get it. Yeah. They just don't want to overwhelm the hospitals like they have in some of the major metropolitan areas where the hospitals just cannot.
Can't handle the volume. Yeah. Which is crazy, but I don't know.
Yeah.
You can't be too careful with that, to be honest with you.
We had a lady that's in our church. She was in her early 80s and seemed like she was in excellent health.
Yeah.
And she got it this past week. Went up to the hospital, was having some of the symptoms, went up there, they checked her. Yeah, you got it. So we're going to keep you. And then it just like went downhill. Fast,
I would imagine.
2 days she was like in the hospital and then in ICU, and then had her on a ventilator and passed away the next day.
That's wild.
That fast. She was, So that was close to home. Like,
well, home, and that's the thing is you start hearing people like, I don't know anyone that doesn't have Corona. Bullshit.
Yeah, now I can say this. I know somebody that actually had. I know somebody personally that had it, and now I know somebody that personally that passed away from it. It's like that's it's home pretty close.
It gets pretty real pretty quick there,
doesn't it?
Yep.
So that sucks. But so we got to figure out what that. We'll just play it by ear and see when people can come over, and it is what it is.
Like I said, I look at that as a positive thing. Your guys are going to get in your routine.
Yep.
You guys are going to get used to I don't know, having a kid and do all that to when, whenever the time is right, that family and all that can come over.
Yep.
It's kind of like
win-win. So what, did we get a text?
Oh,
yes, no, maybe so. All right. So we did get a text. Cool. So more on the babyage, I guess.
Babysode.
More.
I don't know why it's so fun to say, but it's fun to say.
You like that term, babysode?
Babysode. Do you know if it's just a small episode or is it about a baby?
Hard to say. So far, it's not a small. Not that small.
Well, we can't deprive our listeners of content.
Oh no, that would be bad.
They get mad,
dude. They're all constantly asking for more.
I know, more episodes, more content. You're like, bro, I struggle to get shit done in a week to give y'all something that I did this week. Shit, you don't know me.
How much do you want? Yeah. You see what happens when we give you a 2-hour episode? This chuckle fucks over here just blah 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 blah. Are you talking?
I love it. You've been like the worst critic of yourself all week.
I wasn't thrilled.
What are you doing? The best part is everybody's listened to that by now. It's probably caught up to us.
Yeah. So, anyway.
So what else is going on in baby world? Nothing? What's the coolest thing that you've got?
I love everything that we've gotten so far.
Nah, there's got to be one thing that you're like, this is fucking cool.
Cool. Let me think. So everything is
some cool gadget or something.
Everything is buffalo check and moose print.
I know you said you were excited about it.
I'm a fan of all of that. Yeah. Like that's really cool. The coolest thing, what's the coolest thing we've gotten so far? We got a bunch of little stuff. There's something the other day that I was like, oh, that's awesome. And I don't remember what it was. we've gotten just a bunch of stuff. So we bought a dresser, and then we're gonna probably get a crib for him. But we got a bunch of other stuff that people have bought us. And I just can't think of what. Oh, I know what it was. My mother-in-law, my stepmother-in-law, whatever. My father-in-law's wife.
Okay.
Because you guys needed that detail.
Now you got all the
Either
GCD.
way.
You know which way the tree's going there.
Either way, they got us she gave us a bag. Like for Christmas or your birthday, somebody gets you like a instead of like wrapping a present, they get a bag.
Oh, they get like the big ass gift
so
bag.
So we're talking
thing.
like one that's 18 to 24 inches tall.
Good Lord.
It's a good size bag. Okay?
Yeah.
And it is full to the brim of baby clothes.
Oh,
and these aren't
boy.
like hand-me-downs. These are all new baby clothes.
Wow.
Because she just loves to go shopping, and she loves to give people gifts.
Wow.
Usually she's very concerned if you're going to like the gift or not.
Yep.
This is a very awesome occasion for her because she doesn't have to worry about anybody not liking it.
Yeah.
Because, the baby's not here yet.
Yep.
And so she's just we're just buying up little stuff. She'll just run across it. And I think she's been doing this for like the last 9 months. She's
Yeah.
been,
and then just
collecting.
throws it in a bag.
Yeah. So we got a bunch of clothing like that. And some of them are like one-off. I don't think I took any pictures, so I can't tell you exactly what they say. But like one of them's like Jeeper, and then like it's something to do with Jeeps, and like I don't remember exactly what
It
they are.
burns when I pee.
No, it doesn't say that.
Is that appropriate for a child size onesie?
I don't know.
I have the Jeep thing.
Yeah.
I love it.
I don't know.
So it's just some like fun saying stuff like that.
There's some really cool. I'll post a picture up on the gram. If I'll go home and get it from Jess. I can't remember what the saying was on it now, but whatever it was, when she pulled out and showed it to me, I was like, that's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah. I was really excited about that outfit. So
I got another question now.
Okay.
Go ahead.
The other thing that was really cool is that today Jess put the cover on the changing table. I know that sounds real fucking exciting, right?
Is that exciting? Do you just like get the pressure washer in there and just hose her down?
No, like so she put the cover on it. So like the changing table is kind of like it's got a little.
It's like U-shaped.
It's kind of U-shaped-ish, yeah. And it's
baby doesn't
plastic.
roll
so
off.
if you pee on it, then you just take the cover.
Yeah,
off,
you
wash
hope
the
they
cover,
pee on it. I've seen
shit on
videos.
it. Pee on you.
I've seen the like.
Yeah.
If you ever need any birth control, it's like a baby with like explosive diarrhea, like shitting out of its diaper, like down its legs and everywhere. I'm like, yep, not touching anything with a. Oh no,
That's what you want.
That's good birth control right there.
So anyway, she put that on today. She's like, oh, I put the cover on the
poop covered.
And she's like, I put the cover on the changing pad. I'm like, all right, cool. I went and checked it out, and it's white, like so. 3/4 of it is white with moose print on it. And then the top part has like a 1-inch section that's buffalo chick. And then like a dark gray up above that. I'm like, that's sick. I looked at her, I was like, I want sheets for our bed that look like this. And she's like, what?
The funny thing is, this is an iconic first baby moment.
Why?
Because I guarantee you 2 to 3 years from now, maybe not even that long, you're going to go, the next one is getting like medical grade flat plastic, no cover, because that white cover is going to poop on it. And you're going to be like, I am so never doing that again. Yeah. Like the first time your child shits on this awesome print white cover, you're like, damn it. So next time, second baby, nothing, no cover, bare ass on plastic. That's what you get. Why? Because your brother over there ruined my awesome white cover. That's the definition of first kid versus second kid.
I like it.
I love it. I think it's just great because I guarantee you, like I do the same shit. I'd have all this crap. Yeah, the last one shit all over that. So we're not getting one of those. So
the changing pad is made. It has buckles on it. So if you have it on like a table, you can buckle it around the table. And then if you have it on like a dresser or a changing table or like a changing whatever, it has on the back of it, it has a little area and it comes with hardware. You can screw it to that thing. And it's on the dresser. And she's like, oh, there's hardware to screw it to the back of the dresser. I was like, bitch, you know how much that dresser costs? Like, I'm not screwing shit to the back. Screwing holes in my damn dresser. She started cracking up. That's like after you fill all the holes and you like want to hang stuff. No, do not put any tack holes or anything in my walls. Yes. So that was a funny thing today. I was like, I ain't putting shit in
I
there.
ain't doing shit to
I
this
will. I
dresser.
probably will screw it to the dresser. It's not that big a deal, but
Here's another
That's the
one. You got to
principle.
screw. Have you baby proofed your house?
the house came baby proof.
What is that? Did she baby proof it for you?
No.
Is that what that means?
No, when we bought the house, they had little kids. And so a lot of the sharp edges and stuff were already baby proof. The doors on the cabinets already had locks on them.
Did you get the things
we
over the light
literally-
sockets or the sockets?
Oh yeah, the sockets, they were done in his bedroom.
Yeah.
That was the kid's bedroom.
Uh-huh.
It's already all done. All of them are done.
What else? Oh, did you screw your dressers to the wall?
No, dressers are not.
That's a
screwed to the
thing.
wall. Not yet, but it will be
Yeah.
probably.
What else is there? I think that's about it. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
if he was to turn my dresser over on top of himself,
Bro, that hurts you
that's
probably.
done. Oh yeah, that
I know
dresser-
how my dresser's
my
packed.
dresser's not so much that it's packed. That's a stout ass dresser.
Well, we have one big one that
Uh-huh.
we keep closing. The other one just has a bunch of shit. This one's like some big ass
Well,
like
this is a-
oak dresser, and it's
Sorry,
packed.
It's
full.
not a dresser. It's a chest of drawers.
Oh, so it's like beef.
It's the tall.
That's like
Yeah.
saying I'm on axles. Yeah, are you on a Dana 30 or are you on a 1 tons?
One
Like
tons, yeah.
you got a 1 ton dresser, bro.
Yeah. So it's a pretty high end dresser. I think it's a high end chest of drawers. It's a chest of drawers, and it was $1,000, I think.
So it's like a Steer 14 bolt
Yeah, it's full
dresser.
on. It's the heavy duty.
There's your
goodness.
off-road relation.
But your off-road relation.
I keep going
I have
baby
the-
with the baby
I
set.
have
I'm
the 2.5
sorry.
ton Rockwell of.
Yeah, I got the
The 5
Rockwell
ton.
dresser, Chester drawers. Sorry.
I've got the Axle Tech of chest of drawers. But yeah, if you just turn that sucker over, that'd be a bad day. I
yeah,
don't think you could.
bro.
I'm trying to think if you pulled the bottom drawer out and started walking up the drawers, if you could turn it over. I don't know that it would. But either
How
way,
long until a normal average child is like walking? Like,
just short of a year.
so you got a couple days. I mean, like,
yeah, I
the
got
kid's
time.
not gonna like shit out one week and the next week is like
Climb the
running around the house or some shit.
I think I got time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The shit you're not gonna forget about.
I'm excited.
Oh, I'm excited for you because
So-
I can't wait to fuck up your kid. Like, he's gonna be emotionally ruined.
You never pushed my damn button again.
No, I'm horrible with that. I got my own timer, so I'm a real selfish asshole when it comes to your timer.
Still at the same time we started at.
We haven't moved.
So what are we at now? So I
about
have-
48 minutes.
Okay, so we're 10
So you're
minutes
about
off.
10 off.
Okay.
You got to do math.
So either way, well, changing gears here
Put in
from 4 low to 4 high. Part of having the kid is so you guys have heard me mention that I own a polishing company. And so I do a lot of that in the garage or at the house, and it's attached to the house. So there's a lot of dust that the really fine, like you can't stop it dust.
Do you find it getting in the house at
Yeah.
all?
Oh,
See,
yeah.
I worry about that with
It
like
migrates.
grinding dust and paint fumes
Yeah.
for me.
It migrates that you can't stop it. Like it's not like I have any doors open. I have a filter in the garage and stuff, but you just can't stop it. It just the finest of the fine
Yep.
gets through the crevices somehow and gets into the house. And Jess,
Mhm.
she wears white socks, and she'll
Oh.
start like getting upset, like
Yep.
my socks are black. I'm like, well, I don't know what you want me to do. Like that pays the bills. So
Yeah.
at what where do we do? I don't know. So that's been a big topic of conversation. And one of the things is like I told her, I don't want that being in the house.
Yep.
Now that we're having a kid.
Yep.
Like I don't want him to be pre-exposed to that kind of dust because they were talking about the finest of fine.
Yeah, but you're also talking about a infant's lungs,
Infant's
which are
lungs.
probably like, I'm
Fresh
no
and new.
fucking doctor, but they're probably pretty small, you know?
Right. And their virgin lungs, they're good to go.
They haven't been exposed to
Yeah.
the chemicals.
So yeah, and so that's one of the things that I made a phone call this week and priced out a shed.
Dude,
And
I'm
so-
excited.
Yeah, I'm excited except for that price tag.
Oh, well, you're
And
paying for it. I'm just going to come drink beer in
so
it.
Here's the two options I have. Buy a literal shed, like a yard shed,
Oh, like one of them bit like
just a straight up like you got in the backyard.
bigger than that or that
Oh
size?
yeah. Yeah,
Well, I
16
built that one.
16 by 24.
Okay. Yeah.
So,
How much
good
one of them
size shed.
cost? A couple $1,000? Okay. How much should it cost? A couple $1,000? How much does it cost?
87.
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
It's
I wasn't even going to cuss there, but
it's
that
a-
deserves a fuck.
It's a 16 by 24 with a 9-foot by 9-foot garage door in the front, 2 man doors, and
Yeah, I don't think you can call that a shed. That's a fucking mobile
it's a
garage.
shop. It's a shop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
That's the plan. Like
Yep.
I told the guy, I was like, the thing is like right now I'll be polishing out of it, but if ever I get a bigger shop to polish out of, this will be the Jeep, the home of the Jeep or the home of the Cutlass. Something's going to be living in here.
Vehicle storage.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so 16 by 24, you put 4 vehicles in that. Oh, you put 2 of them in there easily.
Yeah.
So, and have a workbench in the back. So that was one of the things is like, we're looking at that. But then at the same time, the floor, buying a shed like that, the floor's uninsulated.
Yeah.
So if you're trying to heat that in the wintertime.
Good luck.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So now I've got a price for that. The next price is to get a price on a concrete floor.
Yep.
And a actual building on top of it.
Dude, so, you know the best part is you're in the county. So you don't have to pay city taxes and shit like that.
So hopefully that doesn't affect me too much. I really don't care.
Should be cheaper.
It should be. But so here's the I spend all the dollars part of this. Is that
somebody else does?
If I'm putting a concrete floor down,
kind of in floor heat.
It's
the way to go.
Well, here's the thing: having a traditional heater, a radiant tube heater overhead, forced air heat, any of that stuff, we're talking about a ton of dust.
Yeah,
like it becomes a fire hazard relatively quickly.
Even with grinding dust, I believe it does, to be honest with you.
And then you're talking about, and I'm using a cotton, these are cotton buffs, and that cotton just floats.
Yep.
So I was like, if we do a concrete floor, I'm doing in floor heat. It's going to cost me a fortune, but whatever.
I don't think it'll be that much more. A couple $1,000. Yeah, I'm thinking. Grand scheme of things.
My brother is a licensed plumber, but he doesn't do in floor heat. What do you got there? Anything good? Babysode. Sorry.
So you're going to buy a big ass garage and you're going to put in floor heat in it.
Yeah,
that's what it sounds like.
What I'm hoping for. I don't know where I'm going to find that money for that.
24 by 24?
No.
30 by 30?
I can't fit it. Biggest I could put in that spot's a 20 by whatever.
20 by something.
The widest I can probably go is 20, being comfortable because the distance from the house to the shop.
Bro, I'm just saying, I built that one out back.
Did you?
Couple like $1,000 in lumber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's what I was thinking.
You can insulate that. You can build, because with you don't have to have a fucking building permit. You know, what? Yeah. Get the fuck out of here.
If you don't have a building permit and that fucker burns to the ground,
no.
Insurance company's gonna be like, no.
No.
Yep.
It's a mobile. It's
not mobile if you put a concrete floor down.
Well, yeah, but if you built one yourself, you could insulate the floor.
Oh, yeah, if I built one like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could.
Then you could insulate the floor.
Mice would be in there in a day.
Fuck them. That's why I don't live in the country. Fucking rodents.
I'm thinking a concrete floor heated with a 6-inch rat wall.
Dude, that's the most expensive part.
It's not that bad. It costs as much to build a concrete floor without heat. It costs as much to build just a concrete pad as it would to build a floor like that, just a wood floor that you can drive on.
Well, yeah.
Building it sturdy enough. If you're going to store cars in it, you got to be able to drive on it.
Yeah.
So build it sturdy enough. Yep. I ran the prices. It's like a little over $2,000 just to build a floor in that size.
The fastest thing to do would be a concrete pad.
Yep. Concrete pad with heated floor. And
I mean, if you're going to do it, do it right.
If you're going to do it,
you know,
and if it's
buy once, cry twice. And if that fails, buy once and cry it 3 times.
Here's the fun fact. If I build it like that, do a concrete floor in it, I'm going to section off. I'm going to do a 16. I'll probably get stupid. I'll do a 16 by 30.
Yep.
Or an 18 by 30 or something like that. And I will section off the last like 8 feet. So it'll be working space will be like 18 by or 16 or 18 by 30 or by 24.
Yep.
Which is about what I'm in right now. Right now, my garage is a 22 by 24 and half of it's taken up with their crap.
Yep.
So you'll have that. And then the last 8 feet will be a utility room. And the utility room will have the heated floor set up. It'll have a wash sink. It'll have supplies and stuff in it.
Yep.
And it'll have a shower. I'll have a washer and dryer.
This is where your ass gonna be sleeping. Is what's gonna happen. You're gonna get kicked out the house.
Put a cot back there.
Yeah, get your hammock strung up. You're gonna be sleeping in the shop.
No, I went when I went and trained up in Wisconsin. He's got an actual shop. In that shop, he put a shower in it.
Yep.
Life changing.
Yeah, because your bathroom, like fuck, I come in our bathroom.
Well, it's just like going
She's
in the
painting
house.
white. The friggin' bathroom walls white.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, it's all I can do to come in and like hit
Not
the
touch.
fucking light switch with my elbow and then like get undressed and then like not to. There's fucking fingerprints on the shower door.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, this is ridiculous.
You don't get near as dirty as I do.
No, and that's bad enough as it is because mine's just like metal dust, grinding dust, oil, grease, whatever.
Right.
And then you start getting that like waxy kind of residue with the compounds and it's like, fuck, that shit don't come off. Where the fuck does it?
Oh, yeah.
Because my fingerprints don't come off the shit until you take a sponge with like some scrubbing bubbles and like scrub it off.
You take, funny enough, the Renegade spray wax that I have a bunch of.
Yep.
It's perfect for cleaning walls.
Huh.
You just walk in like, oh, there's some fingerprints from when you were polishing. You just.
Well, at least it comes off easy.
It comes off.
It's just annoying.
You walk around the entire house and clean all your fingerprints off.
Yep.
That's not the most fun.
Yeah, because I'm like in the shower and I'm like, well, I'm not going to fucking clean this when I'm not in the shower.
Right.
So then I'm like, you don't want to get scrubbing bubbles on your bubbles.
On your bubbles.
Keep it PG for the babysode. But
didn't hit the button again.
Nah, you fucked it up this time. I mean, I probably should have called you out on it if I would have really paid attention. But this is just the bullshit babysode.
It's just the babysode.
Yep.
Yet again.
Low expectations for a little episode, but dang.
I'm excited. Hopefully by this point, the spool is already in the Loki.
If it's not,
that would be goals. So
we're going to kick your ass.
Let's do that. You don't have that on the list, but let's do that. Goals before baby gets here.
Spool install.
Spool install. New axles in the rear done, like the whole rear axle wrapped up.
I want the front and the rear. I want it drivable.
Are you ready for this?
Yep.
I'm going to paint the new Yukon housing.
Uh-huh.
It's going to be, I think I'm going to paint it that color.
The blue?
That pearl, the
bikini, whatever the fuck you call it.
Bikini pearl coat.
Do it.
Yep. I'm going to go pick me up a can from Dust and Sons and paint it that color.
I got to order me some paint from them here in the next couple days.
They're open.
I don't actually know.
They're a parts house, so I think they should be.
Yeah.
I'm going to go get me a can of that in the rattle can and spray the whole thing with that and then put clear coat over it. That's going to look awesome.
Until it goes to the Badlands mud.
After seeing that axle you showed me a little bit ago, that gray and orange.
Yep.
I'm thinking that's what I'm going to do for the axles on Loki. Gray and teal.
I like it.
I think it looks sharp.
I think it does look clean.
Do the rotor or do the calipers in the teal and do the other thing in the bikini.
Mm-hmm.
You know, bikini, everything, all the accents bikini. And then do.
I don't like the word bikini when it comes to referencing paint.
I like it.
I don't know why.
Bikini pearl coat.
Well, I don't know. I didn't know that Jeep color. Called their orange pumpkin orange.
I don't know what that color that is.
Google it.
About to. But that's what I want to have done. I want to have the rear axle wrapped up, and then I want to go up to the front axle, and I'm going to get the new locking hubs in. But before I do that, I want to pull them completely apart, pull the hubs completely apart, new seals, clean the bearings, all new grease, have Mike turn the rotors, maybe. Just completely redo the front end.
If you wanted to, you could knock that out in no time.
Yeah, a weekend.
Yeah.
A couple days. Everything ready to go.
Hopefully it's all done. It's kind of like me opening my mouth and saying I'm going to be a King of Hammers 2021.
You hope.
Now you've opened your mouth and say it's going to all be done.
No,
by the time this is coming out. No, you got to just make it happen. Just find a way. If we have not learned anything from all our guests, they just make shit happen. Where there is a will, there is a way.
So wait, is this the same color that Scott Grubb's orange one is?
I have no idea who that is.
We've been over this.
Sorry. I'm terrible with remembering names.
The 2-door on 43 Stickies.
Sure. It's a Jeep color. It's the only factory orange Jeep color that I know of.
Orange AF.
I went and looked at one at the local Jeep dealer the other day.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
It's almost already orange.
Yeah.
Is it like that in person?
It's like fucking orange. Yeah.
Is it but that's kind of like a reddish.
It's fucking
dark pumpkin orange.
Yep.
Huh.
But the thing is, if it's going to be a matte or a satin finish, it'll kind of dull that sheen down a little bit.
How do I look up that Toyota orange?
I'll look it up in a minute for you.
It's not. Let's see here.
We've steered so far away from baby episode.
Oh, I think I found it. Oh, is it the C-HR?
Yeah, that.
It's kind of a dark. I don't like that one. Not a fan.
I love it. I think that's so clean looking, but I think you need the gloss.
Well, you need the gloss. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not gonna have the gloss.
That's my conundrum.
Or just looking at colors while you guys are just listening. Like, what the hell are these two chuckle fucks doing?
If they listened, hopefully a couple weeks ago, I don't know. Like I said, we're recording this early.
Oh, yeah.
Baby
you're right. That was from the other episode.
Yeah. They'll have heard that episode by now, I suppose. If you haven't, you're behind as fuck, which is odd because you're listening to this one, which just dropped. So,
yeah.
Dude, podcasts in real time, it's a motherfucker to keep straight. I can't keep my own life.
Okay. Which one's worse? Recording the podcast a couple days early so you have to remember what day it comes out, or trying to run a Instagram account where two people are running it?
Both.
Yes.
Like, they're both a pain in the ass. Like, somebody, I'm like, wait, who, huh? What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Schizophrenia is a real thing.
Fuck, it's horrible.
If you didn't have schizophrenia before you started this, you
start a podcast with a friend and have the same messenger account on Instagram
and Facebook. I haven't done much on the Facebook.
I've been plugging it. It's easy to share stuff on Facebook.
So this thing says bikini blue is the color, and I guess it could be the bikini blue.
Can we just not call it? Can we just call it blue?
No. You wanted me to call it Beckony?
No. Yeah. Well, it's better than bikini, I suppose. Beckony.
Bikini blue.
Mate.
How about Rubicon blue?
There we go. I can dig with that.
All right. That might work.
I was looking at a...
have you seen this color?
I know. Flip it around. Yeah. I mean, I really like
the color that's on the back of my phone, basically.
Yeah. Yep. I look at it all the time while you're on your phone. Yeah, I'm a fan of it. I think it'll look good. I think it'll look good without the gloss, and I think that's the key with the Raptor liner. So. Yeah, hopefully, I'm gonna say it here. Hopefully, the cab on my truck is Raptor linered by this conversation.
Really?
Yeah,
that quick.
I shit to do.
Just drag it back in, and
this is gonna be what, 2 weeks from now, maybe.
Oh, let's hope,
bro. That's tight for me, but
I'm hoping he goes full term. Full term puts us at
throw that shit. I just blew somebody's eardrum out.
I'm not taking that out either. The eardrum's just gonna have to sacrifice. Let's see. Full term would be from today, which is the 17th to the 3rd. We're talking 3 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah.
2 weeks. 2 weeks and a couple days.
I'm pretty good at opening my mouth and making lofty goals for myself, but you know what? You gotta push yourself. So, all right. Well, let's wrap this up.
We didn't do a beer this episode.
Nah, you're in the hospital with babies and shit. We can't be drinking like that.
This would be awesome. Me in the hospital and then have a beer too.
Yeah. Sneak one of them in there.
No, I mean just like listening to this podcast and listening. Oh yeah, that beer was good.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Well, you're enjoying a baby. You're holding your baby right now.
This is a 2020.
This is how you mind fuck yourself. Right now, you are holding a baby. No, I am clearly not. Well, you are, but you're not.
Yeah, you might be.
Well, we're excited for you. It's exciting to watch your friends go through these life stages together and be happy and excited about it. Yeah, I'm sitting over here building a baby in the garage. Best part is I beat shit out of mine with a hammer, and people are like, "Oh yeah, I see what he's mad." Mm-hmm. You're like, whoa, bro, you can't actually beat your baby with a hammer.
That's right.
So, we're excited. Hopefully everything comes out well. And I do literally make comes out well. Right? That's probably the wrong term. That's like whack a cymbal. Yeah, comes out well. No, this doesn't pop.
I talked to my people. They're okay with it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, we called our expert. Thanks, Pat. Give him a shout out. Cool. So, well, we'll get them next week. If not, we're just going to take a week off and fuck it. I don't know. We'll figure something out. We'll call you in.
We gonna wrap this one up?
Yep, let's wrap her up.
All righty. You guys know the drill. You know where to find us. Check us out on YouTube, Total Offroad Podcast. Check us out on our Facebook and at Total Offroad Podcast on Facebook, on TikTok and Instagram at Total_Offroad_podcast. You can find me at my personal page on Instagram at low_KEE_XJ. And you can find Ian at offroad_Ian. Don't forget to go check out www.totaloffroadpodcast.com, and we will catch you on the trail.
We forgot one.
What did we forget?
Crawler off-road.
Oh, no. That was worthless, and I was just thinking about that.
Let's think about this.
Okay.
We could use this to your advantage.
All right, I'm listening.
10% off.
Uh-huh.
Total Off-Road Podcast 10 gets you 10% off.
Top 10.
Everything in the store except for kinetic ropes.
Yes.
What do you need from them? A kinetic rope.
Yes.
So we're unfortunately sorry that we can't offer you a discount on this, but if we get enough listeners to do like a baby present,
like a
maybe you and I can get each our own like big ass kinetic
having
rope.
a baby?
Well, I mean, we're in this together. Okay. So I mean that justifiably means I should get a present too, right? Isn't that how that works?
Maybe.
See what I did there?
If you get enough people to buy in.
I wasn't sure if you were going to catch that or not.
If you guys don't have a crawler off-road product yet, you're missing out.
That is true.
For one. And for two, wheeling season is coming.
It's here, brother.
You're going to get stuck.
Yeah.
You need it.
Let them get you out.
Let them get you unstuck.
That's their thing.
It says something. Yeah. I can't remember the slogan now.
Shit. It's on the website at totaloffroadpodcast.com. Read all about crawler off-road. The guys over there are awesome.
Is it on the back of the business card? Nope. It just says, we don't just sell it. We thoroughly test it on our personal rigs.
And that is a fact.
But there's a good slogan that goes with that. And I can never get it right, so I'm not going to quote it.
That's all I got to say.
But it's something like, go ahead, get stuck. We'll get you out.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, we'll get you out.
We'll get you out.
So, yeah. Crawler Off-Road.
Okay.
Top 10. 10% off. Everything but kinetic ropes. There's our sponsor plug. Partner plug.
Partner plug.
I don't like the word sponsor.
Yeah.
Because it's more of a too partner. Businessy.
Yeah, and that indicates that they're giving you things.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only thing they're giving us is high quality recovery gear.
Yep. Couple stickers.
Making it available.
They gave us a couple stickers.
Yeah, a couple stickers. We got it up on the sticker board. Yep. So, all right. Is that it?
That's all I got.
Is that all you got?
Yeah, I was going to interrupt, but you went straight for the tagline, and I was like,
I did.
Damn.
Should have just jumped in.
I did at the end.
Yeah, at the end. You went straight for the tagline.
Saved the best for last.
And if you got out at the tagline, then you missed out.
No code for you.
No code for you. We'll get them early in the next episode.
The Babysode.
Okay, this was the Babysode. We'll catch you on the trail.